Gundam.tk presents Cherudim Gundam. Hello again everyone, and welcome to a review of the 1/100th Cherudim Gundam. Putting it together is pretty simple. The foot is going to go into the ball joint, the hip joint is going to clip into the waist, the waist will just plug in here to the top of the chest, and then the arms just go on here to the sides with these pegs. The backpack clips on very simply here, the head simply drops onto there, and that's pretty much it. With no GN bits put on, this is the Cherudim Gundam. Now, as far as mobility goes with the legs, if you move this piece out of the way, you can lift the skirt all the way up. The leg can come all the way forward. But as far as going back, because this back shield or skirt is locked into place, it can't go further than that. But you should be able to set up some good kneeling poses as a sniper. That shouldn't be a problem. The arms, as you've already seen, have fairly good mobility, up, down, all the way around, and they bend up about this much. And here it is, the size comparison, the 1/100th 00 Gundam, the 1/100th Cherudim, and its massive GN shield. So here is the fully loaded Cherudim Gundam. Now you can see that it bulks up a fair bit to match 00 in a lot of ways, and if you actually look around it pretty carefully, you just put on these, the rifle sits on the arm, on the shoulder, you put the two bits on here, and the tail, well, because it's green, I don't know how you can't think of something reptilian with that, but it's still pretty cool, and the pistols fit on the back here. So, I think Cherudim already looks pretty sharp. Let's see about posing. I think one of the most important poses is that you're able to get the sniper rifle into both hands, and you're able to do that by bringing this arm in. And of course you can do a lot more with the pistols just because of their size, and if you fold up this weapon and do it like this, you can do a lot of different things with it. Now, something that you just saw there is that the tail makes this a little bit back heavy. So you have to design the legs or place them in a good place, otherwise it's going to want to fall back like this. So if you want to have them shooting up at the sky, that's pretty cool, but that's a mark against it. But of course the way you fix that is just take off these and put them on the shield. So here's the Cherudim Gundam in Trans-Am mode, which is achieved by just pulling these forward, and you attach the clear screen, which I've painted blue on. So if you're going to spend the money to buy blue, you can paint the rifle and paint the shield. Actually looks pretty alright. The camera sticks out above, but it's a nice touch. Now, as for the kneeling pose, it's not bad, but it's not as good as I had hoped. You end up putting things down here, and I had to take the bits off the tail to get anything like this to work. But if you compare this even to an old master grade, like the Ground Gundam was the first Gundam to be able to kneel like this, it's better than that, but it's not as good as any new master grade is at kneeling. But just the fact that you can do that means that you can put the shield in front and pull off some pretty cool stuff. But where is it easy to make it look cool? Just put it on top of a 1/100th action base. If you put it on top of an action base, all of the problems with getting the feet in the right place disappear, and you can pull off all sorts of cool aerial poses. So, I highly recommend spending the extra $6 on a base. So, just some final thoughts to wrap up the 1/100th Cherudim Gundam. The things that I really like about it are, I like the weapons, I like the color scheme, I like how it looks when it's all put together, and I really like the shield bits and the variations that you can do with it. Things that I don't like about it are I don't like some of the posability, especially in the kneeling poses. Now partly that's my fault because I'm just lousy at getting a good pose. And I really like the head and the camera. Now things I don't like are of course that you have to buy paint to make it look really good, but overall I would say If you stack up these 1/100s next to the 144s, I'm always partial to the larger Gundams that come with more features. So I'm quite happy having the 145 or the 1/100s, despite the fact that it may have less articulation than some people would like. Of course, we can expect a master grade of the Exia and the 00 Gundam sometime in the future, but for alternate series outside of Universal Century, they hardly make master grades of allied suits. Justice and Master Asia, can't think of too many others. So don't expect a master grade, in my opinion. So I'm quite happy with it, and I think if you bought this, you might be too, unless you prefer the posability of a 144. So stay tuned, my next review will be the 1/100th high grade V2 Gundam. So finally, I really wanted to say thank you to everybody who watches these videos, and especially the people that subscribe and take the time to write comments. If you ever have any ideas on how to make these better, let me know, and you can check out lots more reviews. Once again, www.gundam.tk. Thanks for watching, everybody.